welcome to the famous East London Grand Prix circuit for round 5 of the Toyota Gazoo Racing GR Cup. And it is going to be a big mix amongst our rookies, the media, and our dealer teams as they get to grips with this big circuit. Let's catch up now with a couple of the big contenders here this weekend.
Alex, fast and furious East London track. You've already had some drama in practice. How's it feeling?
So you say fast and furious, but I think after that qualifying session, I was personally slow and sedate. We had a red flag very early on into the session, unfortunately. Good news, driver okay. Bernie managed to walk away from the incident. He came off at rifles. I don't think I need to tell anyone that knows the circuit the speed you carry going into that corner. So I don't think the car will live to fight another day. It's been loaded up into the truck already, and I don't think it's going to be making it back anytime soon. But yeah, it wasn't my finest hour of qualifying, unfortunately. I just couldn't put a lap together. I think I'm going to take from the racing driver's book of excuses here, but I think the visuals of seeing that accident in my rearview mirror probably stuck with me for the rest of the qualifying session, and I was significantly down from my times yesterday, which is obviously disheartening, and obviously Sean's incredible pole lap. So yeah, kudos to Sean as well. He's been the benchmark just about the entire season, and yeah, hopefully during the race that confidence can build up a little bit more again, and we can take the fight a little bit closer. So it will still be an exciting race. I think the wheel-to-wheel racing will certainly separate the boys from the men.
So Dylan, all the way from Zimbabwe, I suppose you have to leave a few days early to get here anyway.
Yes.
Come down like on a Wednesday or something.
Yeah, we fly down on a Wednesday, make sure we're here early for the races, so no issues.
And you had a good practice session. How's it going?
Practice went well yesterday. Was battling to find the pace, but also trying to save the tires. Thankfully this morning in qualifying that's paid off and managed to get my first pole position of the year.
Sean, another pole position on the fast circuit. I'm pretty sure you love this place.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite track on the calendar. It's just the scariest by far, Potters and Rifle. Weirdly, Potters hasn't been as scary this weekend as Rifle in these cars. I don't know why. And in the qualifying session, one of my colleagues actually went off at Rifle and had a big incident, so just very glad he's okay. And obviously had to hop back in the car after that and try to set a pole time, and luckily everything went well. Just need to win these 2 races, and then the championship is sewn up, so I'm super motivated for the next 2 races.
Lovely to be at the East London Grand Prix circuit, especially when the East London Massive are here in a big way. They always come out to support these kind of events, and it's great to have them all out here. As you can see, from 6 o'clock this morning, they're already lining the banks here at Potters and down towards Rifle. The infield is full, and the cars are rolling to the line with Dylan Prodigy on pole position for the first time. First time we've seen a chink in the armour there for Derby van der Merwe. And that is always a great sign to see youngsters starting to come through as they roll off now for their warm-up lap. Sean Nurse, as you heard from him, is looking forward to possibly wrapping up this title, and starting on pole position there in the Corollas is a good position to be in, ahead of Hannes Visser, Ahmed Patha and Kumbi. It's Prodigy and Van der Merwe, Nico Severus and Ryan Nike, and a great effort there from Ken Swartz and Sechaba. And watch out for Devin Scott. He'll be the top end of the Yaris's coming for the Toyota Gazoo Racing Academy. He'll be looking to mix it up in amongst those media and a dealer team. Drivers as they roll to the line. You can see it's a little bit of a mix-up here, and a small gap there between the Gazoo Racing 86ers and the media guys. As we go on board with Hannes Visser, join us after the break for Race 1 action. Lights off, and we're racing for Toyota Gazoo Racing GR Cup. The 86 League leads them off just in the background. Watch out for Sean Nurse to lead off the media and dealer team challenge. As they head across the line now, Nurse will take the lead of the race and try and hold it all the way down to Potters Pass. He's got Devin right on his tail, looking for a way through there. Devin Scott, Mario D'Souza gets in there, so does Theo Brits. Someone running wide in the background there, possibly looking at Johan's name. I'm a little bit wide, but here we go, back on board with Hannes. We were on board with him just before the break. We're back on board with him as he goes through Potters for the first time. Gearbox, as you can see now, pushing hard to try and catch that little bit of a gap that's opened up. There's 2 Yaris's up the road from him, and there looks like there's 2 Corollas as well. Shahini looks like he got a great start and looking for a chance now to be up there as well. He's just in there too. There's 3 Yaris's actually. That's an amazing start. Theo Brits with a fantastic run from that finish line, and as they crossed it there, of course, they start the first lap in anger. In anger, down into the complex. Has Prodigy been able to hang on? He holds on to the outside line as they go into the S's for the first time. And Dylan Prodigy managed to keep out Davy van der Merwe only for now. A little bit of wheel on the dirt there from van der Merwe. The rest of the drivers starting to just get themselves all sorted out in the background. And you can see a bit of a fight on there as Ken Swartz and Nico Zafiris go at it. Look out for Sichaba Mashigo trying to make up some ground. Didn't quite go according to plan for him in the qualifying, but he's definitely got some race pace, and we're going to look to see that come into play. Nice run here from Kumbi. Kumbi on cars right on the tailpiece there of Shahini. Chatted to Shahini on the plane. He was looking forward to this race meeting. You can hear from his interview as well. It wasn't quite fast and furious he was feeling like. He was feeling a little bit slow, but he's got better and better now as we're into race number 1 and completing the first lap in anger. Visser on the brakes, closes right up on those Yaris's. Remember, there's about 21 kilowatt difference there between the car he's in and the car that's in front of him. He's got the advantage, but as you can see, those Yaris's have got such great handling as they come out of Beacon Corner. Pulls a little bit of a margin there, and it looks like he's going to have to try and work all race long to catch those 3 Yaris cars ahead of him. I don't think he'll catch the first one. That's Devon, and Devon Scott is all over the back of Sean Nurse. Remember, we heard from Sean Nurse, just 2 wins in the media side will wrap up the championship for him before he gets to Cape Town. He'll be looking to do that for Auto Trader, that is for sure. And now, all of a sudden, 3 cars have bunched up. Since we saw Davy van der Merwe hit the front, it looks like he's had a bit of a concertina effect, and in fact, he's about to bring all of those 86s up close and personal. Back on board with Hannes as he heads down towards Cochabana. Inside line, nicely done there. Great apex, perfect line there from Hannes. Runs a little wide, puts the wheels up on the curbing, but not on the dirt. That's what you want to be doing. Using as much of the circuit as possible without disadvantaging yourself by putting those Dunlops onto the dirty stuff. In the background, chopping and changing. You can see a little move there from Zafiris making his way through. Ken Swartz is in the mix here big time. It's fantastic to see how these youngsters have got to grips with these 86s now and are now becoming seasoned campaigners and very competitive. Zafiris fighting hard there with the 777, and it's 70 versus 777, and I can tell you something, Sichaba is not giving up without a fight. First 4 have opened up a little bit of a margin now between each other. Back into the mid-pack here. There is Alex Shahini, Kumbi on cars, and then tucked in behind that looks like it's Andries de Villiers, and then Johan Snyman. Fantastic to see these guys getting a chance to put those GR machines to great use and then sell them on Monday. That's the whole idea of the dealer team aspect of this category, is that they've got dealer drivers in those cars so they can get to grips and tell people exactly what they're capable of doing, having done it themselves here at East London Grand Prix Circuit and all around the Extreme Festival circuits that we travel to. Davy pulling slightly away now. Dylan trying to hang on, but just lost that breathing room. Ooh, how close is this? That is fantastic stuff. Absolutely side by side, and just a little squeeze through there. A change up between Sichaba and Zafiris. Those two having a fantastic little fight. First 4 down towards Cochabana. Look at those hazard lights coming on, showing you that they do use all the mechanisms that are standard on these cars. So the ABS system kicking in there under hard braking. Turning into Cochabana corner. The first 4 getting away now. Little fight between 5 and 6 there. You can see has just slowed them up slightly. And in fact, ooh, a little bit of changing here as well as Hannes Visser dives up the inside, finding a way through up into 3rd place overall by the looks of it. He might have he's overcooked it slightly. And there you go, coming straight back at him. Mario De Souza and Theo Brits. They're fighting hard here with Visser. Into the complex again. Battles now for 2nd. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a tight one there because Prachi's under a bit of pressure. Ryan Naka has now joined the party. Naka looking for a way through there on Dylan. Can he possibly squeeze through there? Remember, Ryan Naka not only participating in this category, but a whole bunch of other categories on the Regional Extreme Festival as well. So that extra seat time is certainly helping him out. Remember, Dylan Prachi comes from Bulawayo in Zimbabwe. He gets about 3 or 4 rounds in the Zimbabwe Championship that he can participate in. So he doesn't get as much seat time, possibly as what Ryan Naka does in terms of experience behind the wheel of a rear-wheel drive car. And most of the cars that Ryan drive are rear-wheel drive, including this 86 as they come across the line to complete another lap. No chances here, I don't think, of catching or possibly spoiling the day there for Davy. He's controlling things from the front end. And it looks like Ken Swartz sitting comfortably now all on his own in 4th. All of a sudden we're seeing these two. Whoa, big moves there from Nurse and Scott to close down the back end of those 86s and catch Sichaba and Nico. So Zafiris and Mashigo could possibly be in a bit of trouble there as Nurse brings along the rest of the pack of cars, leading out the Corollas and the Yaris's on their attempt to catch the 86s that started just up the road from them. On board with Visser. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and in front of him onto the grass as well. I think that was Theo Brits just going a little bit hard into Cochabana corner, but using the inside curve. Oh, great dive up the inside. Brilliant stuff to get through. Can he find a way past on Brits? Brits comes across on him. They are absolutely side by side. A little bit of room there from Hannes. I think discretion the better part of valor there. He backed out of that one slightly. Didn't want to go and tag the car. He's been in enough incidents this year. He doesn't want to be scraping cars here at East London, especially here at the East London Grand Prix Circuit in front of this massive crowd that have come out to enjoy the Extreme Festival of Motorsport. Inside line from Nurse. He's got through and found a way past on the first 86. He's about to get through on the second one. The second car now, the leading car in that little battle is Mashigo. So Ferris has dropped back slightly. Sean Nurse gets through. Will Devon Scott do the same thing? He gets in the slipstream. I think he's possibly got it. Down towards turn one. Yes, he's got through. Incredible stuff there. The Yaris now squeezes through on the last two cars in the 86 league. First three down towards Cocobana. Four coming out of Rifle in the background. You can just see the Corolla and the Yaris starting to close that gap down. On fourth place, Ken Swartz. I think he might have enough time. He might just make it to the end without being lapped. Further back, here comes First Visser. Once again, looking for a chance. Can he get it right this time? He's late on the brakes. He's very late on the brakes, and he squeezes through this time. Can he make it thick? Hopefully he doesn't run too wide. Opening up that door again. No, this time he's got it right. Nicely done there, Hannes. Our cameraman doing an amazing job as he comes onto the beach straight. But, oh, how is that? Brits cut back on the inside of him, and a late cut and a late line coming out, and then foot flat to get away. Visser getting caught up maybe a little bit under the gear change. Here we go. As a look. Oh, it had to happen at some point. The frustration levels were picking up there from Hannes Visser. He's trying to find a way through on Theo. He's going to let him onto the track again. Yes, he does. He puts him through. I think that's the Peterson chicane actually there that he went through there. Gary Peterson making that chicane very, very famous in the Supermoto days. But wow, what a move there. As they come towards Beacon, you can see, oh, here we go. A little bit of pressure coming from Nika. And Praji coming in through there. Oh, he's out of shape. We got a big time out of shape there, didn't Praji? Just getting that back end stepped out. Ryan Nika might have got slightly better drive as they cross the line now for the penultimate time. Starting the final lap. This is where it's going to count. Praji is side by side with Nika as they head towards Potters. Funamava leading things out. No worries at all there for him. I don't think anybody's going to catch Darby. The battle's for second. And right now, is it going to be Nika? No, he's going to have to tuck in behind. He wasn't quite close enough there to Dylan. And he slides in just behind Dylan, but going to try and use that slipstream down through Rifle and towards Cocobana. On board with Visser again. This time he's on the inside. Same corner and same result. Oh, it didn't quite go according to plan there. I think him and Theo are going to have a little chat after this one. There you can see he gets back in gear. He's going to allow Theo back on track, but it definitely didn't work out there between the two of them going into the complex. This is where... Oh, Nika's through. Nika has found a way through on the beach straight and got up to second. So there must have been a small mistake again there from Dylan coming out of Cocobana. And it's allowed Ryan Nika up into second place. Darby heading up the hill for the last time. Look at that second place battle. Will Dylan try and come back at him? Heading into Beacon Corner. If he's close enough, he's going to have a look. He has a look on the inside, but Nika sees him coming. Shuts the door. Up towards Beacon Corner they go. Ryan Nika goes defensive, keeping Dylan Prodigy out. It's going to be a drag race to the line here between these two 86s. Who's going to get the better drive? Both of them running very, very wide. The checker flag's on standby for Funamava, but who's going to get second? That's what we're watching out for. He comes through for the win. Nika's going to hang on. He's got it. Ryan Nika, Dylan Prodigy, and a hard-charging Ken Swartz comes through there for fourth place. Official results go to Davy Funamava ahead of Nika and Prodigy in the 86s. Corollas is Nurse, Shahini and Patha. And Devon Scott wins out over Mario D'Souza and Theo Brits in the Yarises.
Yeah, it's quite a fast track this. My first time here, so yeah, it's you need to get used to the track, and the speed is fast and the corners in. Yeah, it was quite the experience.
Yes, I had a very nice race. I started in third position and finished in third position. It got pretty hectic out there with all the traffic, and there was a good dice going on in front of me and behind me, so kept my nose clean and kept my position for the first heat.
Our race one went very well. I started first position, finished third, had a few good tussles with Davy on the opening laps. He managed to get away, and then I had Ryan come up behind me in the slipstream, and then we fought for a few laps, but he managed to finish ahead of me.
Darby, first race went pretty well for you, eh?
Yes, definitely. It was very tough. I must say, Dylan kept me that until the second last lap. He really kept me busy, but it was super fun. The draft or the slipstream on this track is just amazing, but it was super fun, and we really enjoyed it.
Managed to qualify third. First heat that we did also ended up third. Yeah, great fun. It was a tough race, and yeah, enjoying every moment. I would just like to take this opportunity as well just to say thank you to Mr. Glenn Crompton and Toyota South Africa and the NMI group for allowing us to race.
Great stuff. And join us off the break now for race 2 from Toyota Gazoo Racing GR Cup. Welcome back to action from Toyota Gazoo Racing GR Cup. The East London Massive have stuck around. They're not going anywhere. The entertainment has been so good here on the East London Grand Prix circuit, and they're sticking around now for race 2 of the Gazoo Racing GR Cup. 86 is out front, as they always are. A little bit of a gap down to the media and our dealer team guys, but the lights are about to go on, and there's going to be once again Davy van der Merwe for another victory. He's certainly going to wrap things up here if he gets another victory in the bag. But there's a big fight on for second place, and it's led out by Dylan Praji. Ryan Naka sneaks through though and gets up into second place. He just puts those red wing mirrors just ahead of Praji in the sort of aquamarine colour, and then just in behind there you can see a good start coming from the lights of Nico Saveras. A much better start there from him. Him and Ken Swartz are going to go at it as the media team and dealer teams head down towards turn 1, and it looks like, whoa, how was that? A little bit of chopping and changing there down into Potters, and just slicing through there was Shahini. Alex Shahini with a fantastic start. 86ers make their way out of Cochabana corner. I was just looking through the field. I did not see Sean Nurse. Sean Nurse was missing from the front end of that battle, and that's a big, big concern. No, that's the yellow livery there. That's Hannes Visser. So I wonder if Sean Nurse had a problem there on the warm-up lap. Possibly picked up a puncture or something. We'll have to wait and see as they go into the complex for the first time. It's Davy van der Merwe pulling away. Nika holding up the rest of the field. And it's great to see Sechaba Mashigo in full flight. Up there fighting for third. His 4th car on the road at the moment. He's got 2 youngsters ahead of him, but he's got a little bit more experience in these cars than they ever will have. Devon Scott leads out. Shahini is second. So yeah, we're definitely missing the Hulk colours there. The lime green machine of Sean Nurse. I'm not sure what happened to the Auto Trader car. Try and pick him up somewhere around the track as we go through and complete this first lap in anger. He needed 2 wins today to wrap up the championship, and it doesn't look like that second win is going to come his way. He's going to have to wait until we get to Cape Town to see if he can wrap up the title. Much better start coming out of Kumbi on cars as well. Kumbi, Machikazi, is just finding it so much better than what he did over the first couple of races of the season. He's got to grips with that Corolla, and he's now mixing it in amongst the Yaris's and the usual contenders in that media challenge. Across the line, that's the first lap completed. Unbelievable stuff there from the front end, particularly from these two. This is a resume of the battle that we had in the first heat. This time though, Praji is following Nike around. He is literally on the back end. This is Shahini's point of view. Let's have a look and see if Alex goes through here. Now we got you on board, but oh, there's a little lift there, Al. There was definitely a little lift. There we go, there's Nurse. No, that's the Latviel car. Oh no, that's Hannes. I was about to say, they look like the green livery, but of course in this light, the livery green and the bright yellow are very similar. That's the Latviel car there of Hannes Visser. He's pulled off as well. So we got 2 of our media challenge guys parked on the sideline somewhere. We know where Hannes is. We're not quite sure where Sean Nurse ended up. And you can see he's not happy. He's just enjoying life. In fact, he brought his cap along for the ride as well. Just climbed out the car, put the cap on. Very important. Brand awareness, Hannes. Brand awareness. We love your work, buddy. Now as they come into the complex again, let's have a look and see how things change up here to the background. Look at Mario de Souza. Mario de Souza is having a phenomenal run there. There's a good possibility he could end up second place here behind Devon Scott. That is a big, big run there from Mario. And Theo Brits behind him is pushing hard to see if he can change that up. Here they come up to the breaking point into Beacon. Shahini in second. And there's a big push here, as you can see, coming from the likes of Anand Pather as well. Nice to see that man moving through the field. He's got a little bit of experience behind some race cars, having done some Group N racing in his day. So he's using that experience to keep Kumbi behind him. And then it's Jaco van der Merwe from the Citizen. Not too far behind that. Oh, Hannes even brought his phone along. So he's having a quick chat to the pit lane saying, everything's okay, just pull on the sideline, I'm in the complex, come and get me afterwards. Once these two have finished up their battle, oh man, this is a really, really great dice. And just behind that, they're fighting like Noah's Ark there, 2 by 2, as they come through the sweep up towards Beacon. Darby's going to wrap this up, that is for sure. There's no worries at all there for him. But with these lights on now, just trying to pick up on those wing mirrors. It's Praji into second. Naka going to come back at him though, into Beacon. Oh, there's a touch. Little touch there between Naka and Praji, and they're now nose to nose. Oh, Dylan had to go the long way around. Ryan could get off the line on the inside, and it looks like that's just worked out beautifully for Nico Zafiris and for Shitaba Mashigo. Mashigo and Zafiris using that little tag between the 2 drivers into Beacon as we're watching coming out of Beacon, Alex Shahini. This is I like that. The frustration being shown there from the helmet cam here. This is brilliant stuff from Shahini. He said, come on, let's get it on. And he's asking frantically for that car to get a bit more pace. I think he's just battling to come out of Beacon there, and it's just costing him a bit of drive. The gap's opened up massive there now for Davy van der Merwe. Back on board with Shahini as they go down towards Kokobana. And he closes things down there on Devon Scott. He's on Devon Scott's tail. Let me tell you something. Oh, that's some good driving. Devon Scott, remember, is the man who teaches everybody how to drive these cars at the Toyota Gazoo Racing Academy. And he's going to teach a couple of guys the way around now. 1 lap to go here for our leader. No problems whatsoever for Davy van der Merwe, and he's got a massive advantage. That's due to the fact that we had a little bit of argy-bargy there between Dylan Prodigy and Ryan Naka. Have they got slightly higher up? I think Mashigo's hung on. Shahini now is applying massive amounts of pressure. Look at that. It's brilliant to see. This is the kind of action we'd love to see all the way through. Also, look at Andries de Villiers. Much better start there from him and a lot better finish as well. I think he could be possibly 4th overall. Love this camera because as Al looks in the rearview mirror, the whole camera moves. This time, he's off. Lift off into Potters. It's just a comfort lift, I think, maybe a confidence lift there. But nice run here from him in second. Second place is up for grabs. And this is the battle for 3rd and 4th, I think. Or was it the second place? No, it's second place battle we're watching there. That's the gap that Davy's pulled out on that second place due to the little argy-bargy, as I said, through Beacon. Checkered flag on standby. Davy's got double on the win. And he's got it on the cards here perfectly. This is what Davy van der Merwe wanted to do. I think he needs one more win in this championship to wrap up the title. So we'll have to wait until he gets to Cape Town to see if he does that. Ahead of Suchaba Mashigo and Nico Seferis. Shahini wins out over Patha and Uchkazi in the Corollas, and a good run there from Scott into D'Souza and Theo Ritz in the Yaris's.
I'm so excited for him. I'm so sorry, bro. You'll get to do this, but I'm so happy for him. First ever series as competing wheel to wheel, and he deserves his freaking first ever win. Like, he drives amazing. I'm just like so happy for you, dude.
And let's not take away the podium from Kumbi either. I think that was also incredible, but I have no words. I think today started on the wrong foot for a lot of us with Bernie. We're glad he's okay. The car went through a bit of a bad moment, and I don't think it'll live to fight another day. But I started P5 in race 1 and ended up in P2, finishing in P2. And then unfortunately Sean just didn't have lady luck on his side today, but I guess that's part and parcel of racing. And by some miracle I am in P1, so I'm still trying to process it. My brain is short-circuiting, as I'm sure you can see, but it's an incredible feeling. This is the first time I've ever been here. It's incredible.
Well done, boy. Well done.
And Kumbi's on the podium.
P3, let's go. Overall P3 for the day. So I'm quite happy. I mean, as he mentioned, Sean obviously had no lady luck on his side, but also in my luck, Hannes drifted wide, and I managed to take that position from him. So P3, and I think it's been an amazing weekend. I'm so excited for Alex because, I mean, we've been doing this since Killarney, making mistakes, and now 5th round on, this is where, you know, obviously more time in the seat. Our cars are performing brilliantly, so it's just a really, really great feeling.
This was an extremely busy day. It started off okay, being sort of on the pace, not quite on the pace, but second best after Sean throughout the weekend until qualifying this morning, or even after qualifying. But then the first race, it got really busy in between all the Yaris's and myself and so on, and I got tangled up. I went for a gap in the complex that closed up quite quickly, and I ended up hitting one of my friends or whatever, so I couldn't finish the race. The tie rod end on the left front broke or bent or whatever, so the guys did a great job to fix the car in between, so I was happy to start the next race. Unfortunately, in the first lap, in the dark, coming out of Rifle, which is the fast corner, that same left front, which carries all the load, decided to climb off the rim. So it was quite a bit of a scary moment. At least I managed to sort of bring the car to a safe stop and not hit anyone again. But yeah, that's it. Not a great weekend, 2 non-finishes, but hopefully we can come back strong in Cape Town.
Race weekend is funny weekend. It's so embroidered in history, this track, that it's such a privilege and an occasion to race here. Not even getting to the intricacies of our competition, which turned out to be very interesting indeed. I mean, I come in here, I congratulate Sean because I assumed he won. He says he didn't even start. And what I thought was P6 was P4. So, okay, I'll take it. Fantastic outing. And I promised myself I got to leave the track every time with a smile on my face. I definitely have a smile on my face.
Yeah, so pulled up to the start line and the car just died. And got it started again, and then was misfiring quite badly. So I limped it back to the pits. Mechanic said there's nothing they could do right now, so That was race 2 over for me. And that's just motorsports. Seen it in karting for many years. You can go from an extreme high to an extreme low, and yeah, it's just the way it is. Congratulations to Alex for his first win in GR Cup. That's incredible for him. I'm really happy for him, and everybody else that drove so well this weekend. Congratulations.
A great day's racing at East London Grand Prix Circuit, and the next round of the Toyota Gazoo Racing GR Cup heads to Killarney in Cape Town on the 21st of September. We'll bring you all the action.